Hey guys, it's me, Johnny. Uh, Here I am today with my little assistant here. You can't see him right now, but he's being a little booty. Um, yeah, I just wanted to make a quick video um, about, I guess, the question of who I want to be. Because I've had a lot of conversations recently with different people, and certain people echoed the same thoughts or the same feelings as I remember from a very young age, while other kids knew that they wanted to be firefighters, police officers, nurses, what have you, lawyers, or yeah, what have you. I said that I wanted to be the brave little toaster, and I don't think that was the right answer or an attainable answer. And as you can see, I am no toaster. Um, so I think I may be a little off on that, but I know what I meant. I just wanted to be a good person, and at that point in my life, the brave little toaster was a good person, and I think his memory, as I recall, he is still a good person. But over the years, that's been kind of skewed. I've asked myself that question several times: what I want to do in life, who I want to be, and it's very existential because there's so many options of things you can do, things you can be, and you know, you're always faced with the dilemma: if I do this, I won't have this. If I do this, I won't have that. Yeah, and I think with any decision you make, there's going to be pros and cons in what you do, and you just kind of got to go for it and look at the pros and, really go after it. I don't know. I don't think I'm in a position where I can give anybody advice. But I still struggle with what I want to do in life. But I keep thinking of that question in such a different way. While others say that they want to be police, they want to be lawyers, they want to be nurses. I think about who I want to be fundamentally. Um, and I want to be somebody that is kind, somebody that can be gentle, someone that's strong, somebody that's there for other people. And there's been a lot of moments in my life where I've preached to the heavens, to other people, of all the great things I'm going to do, the great things I'm going to be. And I don't know if I'm preaching to them or I'm preaching to myself. Sometimes an opportunity comes up and I'm like, oh, so gung-ho about it, thinking, yep, that's it. That's gonna give me exactly what I want. And it doesn't exactly pan out that way. And there's other times where I just feel lost, where the perfect thing is sitting in front of me, perfect opportunity, and I'm just kind of like, yeah, no, yeah, this ain't for me, dog. But here we are. I think ultimately I don't care what I end up being. I've never been money hungry. I've never been money driven. or anything of that nature. I don't care about status. I don't care about titles. I don't care about any of that. All I've ever wanted to do, all I've ever wanted to be, is a fundamentally good person. And I want to be there for others. And I want to help people in whatever ways that is. And I'm not sure if I'm doing a good job or not. And the advice I keep hearing when I tell older people or, mentors is, if you can't help yourself, how are you going to help anybody else? And I don't really know. I don't know if I'm helping at all or if I'm wasting my time. But recently, everything's been put into perspective again. My cousin recently passed away, and I have felt an immense guilt for that, because I just want to be there for everybody, and I know I can't, and I know it's not entirely my fault, and I'm putting a little bit of the blame on me because I could have done more, and I could have been more, and I'm not gonna soak in that regret or that feeling of inadequacy. I think it just cements my verdict on what it is I'm really striving for. Because at the end of the day, I don't think my existence or anybody's existence is going to hold too much weight in the grand scheme of life. And this is getting very existentially here, but 5 generations down the line, no one's gonna even remember what we look like unless there's pictures. And even then, some generation's gonna be like, okay, and I don't care about this guy. During history class or during classes that have talked about great people, they'll show you pictures of great authors, great discoverers, what have you, and you're just kind of like, great, that's what he looked like. That's it is what it is. But I don't know, because lately I've been reversing that question since I adopted this little buddy. His name is Musashi St. George. He's a little black kitty who loves pets. But a friend recently told me, because I had said something very, I guess, out of pocket, saying, I guess, it doesn't really matter if this existence of mine amounts to anything. And they kind of chewed that comment up and spit it back in my face by saying, it's such a selfish cop-out of me to think that nothing I do matters. And I guess that gets to the core of what it means to be a kid and what it means to be an animal. They're naive little creatures who don't really care if anything has any consequential actions or some bigger purpose to it. They're just gonna love you and be there for you whenever they can. You know, I don't think my cat holds it against me if I give them 2 rubs or 10 rubs. They're still gonna come for more rubs when I'm on the floor laying down. They're still gonna come lay next to me anytime I'm reading a book. They're not gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna meow at you for 2 whole days because of that. They're not keeping count, and I don't think they really understand the concept of, you know, life having purpose. They just live to be here, and they live in the moment. And I think that's all we can do. And I'm pretty terrible at living in the moment. I tend to overthink everything and everything, anything and everything. I tend to live in my head, live in my own head rent free than anywhere else. And a lot of the times I can be found thinking in my head. But point is, what I'm trying to get at here is I want to do the most I can with the amount of time that I have. And I want to be a good person that doesn't hold anything against anyone. I want to be kind. I want to help when I can and help when I can't. Even if help doesn't look exactly the way I want it to, I just want to be there. Because at the end of the day, human existence may not have meaning, but we're here and we should always be there for one another. This has been the same echoing thoughts that I've been having for quite a couple years now, where I don't think anything matters more than each other. And again, you know, I want to do the most that I can with the time that I have. And I'm not sure that I always can. But what I am promising is that none of you guys ever have to feel alone. We'll be alone together. Guess I wouldn't really make it being alone, but you get what I'm saying. So for, anybody, I keep putting this in my video because it's important to me. If there's anybody that ever needs help, anybody that ever needs anything, I don't care if it's, hey man, I can't sleep at night and I would like to rant about the new Hello Kitty plush not living up to my standards, or hey, I'd like to go to a walk to the Yu-Gi-Oh convention that's happening, or what have you. I want to be here because, again, One Piece plug here. It's more about the journey, not the destination. And it's more about, living in the moment with your fellow persons and making the most of it. So if anybody ever needs anything, if anybody ever wants to talk, if anybody needs advice or just an ear to rant to, I am here. And I know, again, that I may not be accessible 24/7 and I'm behind a screen. But each one of you matters in your own individual way, and that's something that no one can take away from you. And if there's anything I've learned about my time alive on this blue and green marble of a planet, is that we are here together, living in the same time. And there's something to be said about that. I don't know what it is, honestly. I just said it because it sounded right, but I care about each and every one of you. And you guys all matter. And you should never go to sleep thinking that you don't, or ever feel like no one cares about your existence. Because if I could turn back the time and tell my cousin how much he meant, and how much people would grieve his loss, I would. But I am not so lucky to get that opportunity. But those words aren't just reserved for him. They're for you too, the viewer. Your life matters. Your existence is important. And I care about you. So if you ever need anything, feel free to reach out. Feel free to, yeah. All right. Well, that concludes this video. I hope you guys have a great day. And Musashi says bye. All right. I'll see you guys. Bye.